Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yo, dudes, this is B Jr. from Endurance Productions. Coming at you today. I know this isn't my usual self here. I'm usually right into the matter doing a movie review or something. I'm going to put my feet up today. I'm going to relax for a little bit. It's kind of in the horror vlog mode today, and this is not a horror vlog. This is just going to be me sitting here chugging soft drinks and kind of in the style of my past horror vlog videos. There's not going to be any fancy editing, no cuts or anything. Just kind of me taking my time with it. It might be a multi-part video series. I want to start just a basic new little series from time to time, just on a certain set of movies as we go. You can kind of call them halfway reviews maybe. I just want to take a certain set of movies that I either have not reviewed yet or just haven't talked about in a long time or have viewed recently and just felt like telling my thoughts on the movie casually, kind of relaxing while I do it, and just basically tell you all my thoughts and concerns and just anything in general about any particular little movie series. Anything from the Mad Max movies to the George Romero zombie films, which is on my list. I'm going to try and do those soon. But I'm waiting on my copy of Survival of the Dead to come in the mail. Once it comes and I get a good viewing of it, I'll feel better about talking about the series at that time. So a little bit of a completist, if you will. I thought for the inaugural My Thoughts On series, kind of a halfway review, halfway vlog series, I wanted to pick a little trilogy of films just to start with, not do multiple, not cover the titans, if you will, of sequels like Friday the 13th series, Nightmare on Elm Street series. They're probably going to be later on down the line. But I thought I'd stick with just a basic trilogy of late 90s, early 2000s, I believe, of horror films that I haven't talked about or done any reviews on. The set that I want to do this on is the Scream box set, the trilogy of Scream 1 through 3, and also there's a bonus disc on this little box set. I've, over the last couple weeks, taken in a viewing of Scream movies, and I gotta say, it brought back a lot of memories. I remember when I took in the first viewing of the first Scream movie, I wasn't expecting much at all. I got in there and rented it from the local video store, and I gotta say, I wasn't expecting anything. And in fact, this sounds stupid, but I was in the military at the time and I wasn't really detail oriented with my horror movies like I am now. I didn't even know Wes Craven directed that movie. I didn't see it in the movie theaters, and I just grabbed it on Dollar Night or something at the video store and brought it home. Living fast during those years anyway. But basically, I took it home, and it was kind of one of those deals where it satisfied the older crowd, it satisfied the younger crowd. And I think that's what really made the first Scream and the subsequent sequels work for Wes Craven and company. Just kind of going through them one at a time here, guys. I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on them. The original Scream movie, I have the collector's edition DVD here. I recommend picking up the collector's editions of these if you can, or hold out for Blu-ray if that's your thing. I went ahead and got this box set because it was a recent flea market purchase and I got it for dirt cheap. But the original Scream movie, yeah. I took a recent viewing of this movie, and I gotta say, it was better than I expected. I expected to put it in and then take it out after 20 minutes and say, oh, I've already watched those so many times, I don't really want to see it anymore. I know who the killer is, it's not worth my time. I had an enjoyable experience, guys. I don't understand why, but I haven't viewed the Scream movies, and I know it's been a good 5 to 7 years since I've watched any of the three that are out now, and I just I don't know why I've waited so long. Halloween after Halloween, never watching them. I've always been watching other stuff, probably old school slashers or something. But this is some of the mid to late 90s films that never really bothered me that much. People can say what they want about Kevin Williamson, and I see why they say those things, that he's not that great, he's just cashing in and all that. But for that day and age, around, I believe this one was put out, I can't remember the exact year, guys. I'll have to put a little flash up for that. when I'm editing this video. But the first one came out, I know it was mid to late 90s. And I gotta say, I like the movie, even with this next time around here. I viewed it the other day. I knew who the killer was and everything at the end, and some of the characters get on my nerves. But Jamie Kennedy's part was really good, and I just remember I had forgotten about all the in jokes in the movie, all the name drops for Fred the janitor who's dressed up like Freddy Krueger, and all the cameos from like Henry Winkler, as you know, as the Fonz from Happy Days, Linda Blair as a like a cameo as a reporter competing with Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox's character. You know, it just, the list goes on and on. And I forgot about all the in joke, the inside humor of movies that they worked into the script of the movie, and I think that's what really made this one work for that generation, for the next generation after mine, that really kind of embraced the Scream movies and put them up there on high for a while there. And I gotta say, like I said, it's not a perfect casting in my opinion. There's a lot of movies I can honestly pull off the shelf and tell you that movie's got a perfect cast, and it was just great. Scream, in my book, they should have kind of finagled the roles around a little bit, but I don't know, the opening scenes with Drew Barrymore are great. It really kind of set the standard, set the tone for the movie. That this movie was going to be on the edge of the seat. It was going to be a thrill ride from beginning to end. Scream kind of did it without being an all out and out gore fest. Now there is some gore in the movie, but it's not overly done. It's still kind of within the MPAA's stringent guidelines, even then in the 90s. I gotta say, you know, hold on just a second, guys. I need some soda here. I gotta tank up a little bit. But some people in the cast work. Drew Barrymore played a good opening part. Nev Campbell, I'm kind of on the fence about. Skeet Ulrich gets on my dang nerves. I can't stand that guy. Courtney Cox works okay, at least in the first two movies. I'll get into more into that in a minute. You know, and the other people, Jamie Kennedy's a standout because he's like the movie geek nut, because I associate more with his character from high school. I worked in a movie theater in high school, and I've always liked movies, and hence all these videos and why I'm talking to you today and doing a YouTube page on it. Because I really just like sitting around nerding out about movies. That's why I've done horror vlogs before, and why I've kind of just wrapped my YouTube page around, you know, talking about movies. Getting back to the point at hand here, guys. Scream, just a good movie all the way around. I didn't think I was going to like it again after taking a few years hiatus from watching it, but viewed the behind the scenes. Behind the scenes on this disc are a little bit weak, but they're okay. They get the job done. What can I say, guys? Scream was just one of those where Wes Craven, he's always been a hit and miss director to me, and he came back. He just revitalized the genre for the new crowd coming out, or the next generation coming out. And I got to give it to Wes Craven. He really did he struck a chord with this movie. It worked, and it spawned 2 sequels. And I hear tell they're even going to do a Scream 4 or a new trilogy set. Going to be more to come on that, because don't trust IMDb, guys. It always lies. You never know what's going to happen until it actually happens. So keep your eyes peeled on any future endeavors. I guess we'll put Scream 1 away here, guys. If you have the means, you can usually pick up a DVD copy for cheap. I know the Blu-ray is going to be right around the corner. I don't know if I'll reinvest in the Scream series right away. There's only certain movies that I just have to rebuy on a higher definition format if I don't own them already. So, but Wes Craven film, written by Kevin Williamson as well as the other 2 I'm going to talk about.